First, I'm
I just
Brianna.
need to-
Hi.
Oh, sorry. Hi.
I'm Sarah. It's really nice to meet you both.
That's
Yeah, you
Josh.
too.
He's just sleepy.
Yeah, sorry, I just finished an 8-hour shift at work, so I'm a little tired,
Oh.
but hi, nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you too.
Well, I'm Valle.
Yeah, and I'm Narin, and maybe you know, but we're both developing games and a couple as well. So we live here in our small apartment that we also work from. So
Yeah, I can start us off with the first question. One thing that I was curious about in the About Us section of the Coridden store page, or I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right. That's how I've been saying it. Okay.
yeah.
But you said that it started with the idea of a co-op game where one player is attacking as a beast and the other is riding on its back. But I'm curious what came next. What was the feature that you started working on next after that?
So when we started with the Coridden, it was just a game that we made for fun, not like we didn't have like a very long-term vision of like having the releasing it on the market and stuff. We wanted just for us, for our friends. So in the beginning, we kind of developed it in phases of like it wasn't like a very super rigid process. It was more like, okay, we want this feature. One is human who can ride on a beast. And then we played it, and then we felt like, but now I want to be a beast, and I know I want to be human, you know. So we had to switch controllers and stuff, and we're like, maybe it would be just fun if we could shapeshift instead, so we could switch it up, and so that was kind of the next thing we started to look into, and then what was next? I don't know. We started adding some enemies, and then
Yeah, we started out in 2D, so the next step was to
switch over.
switch over to 3D because 2D, it's not my kind of thing. And it was very, I rendered picture and then added it to the game, and it was really painful to make animation. So I was like, time to learn 3D and animations and stuff, and I was so happy with it because everything went so much faster. So starting out in Unity was really nice compared to the stuff that I was working in before.
And then when we got it in Unity, we started to like, okay, but what if you want to have instead of I think we started with a bow, right, as a weapon, and then like, but you have to have some melee weapon, and then what you have to change weapon, and then the RPG stuff started to come in, and and it kind of rolled along like. So the vision of being a creature and shapeshifting and all riding, it's all started early. But then we like we love RPGs, so it kind of just naturally found its way inside there as well. So yeah, and it just rolled from there, I guess.
Yeah, but the RPG stuff came in rather quickly too. We felt like we needed something to do in the game. The first idea was just a feature, so we need to figure out what should we do in the game, and then I played a lot of Diablo 2, so
I love Diablo. Yeah,
So-
Josh especially loves Diablo.
I have spent many hours grinding loot out of Diablo.
yeah.
More
I'm
than we
glad
to
you
admit.
added the melee, because with these kinds of games, I'm very good at forgetting all of my abilities and just melee attacking, so I'm really glad that's in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
I
really
felt-
fun too. Like I love to dual wield my weapons, and I think it's just so fun like going in and like transforming from your beast mode into just your human form and just like going in. It's so much fun. Like I think the combat is amazing. You guys
That's
nailed
great.
it.
That's great.
I love
Yeah,
the
it's fun
shock
to hear
that you
also.
can shoot out when you transform. That part's fun.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's fun to see that so many people think different parts of the game are fun. So some people just want to play as a beast, and others do their ranged kiting attacks and stuff. So
Yeah.
it's fun to see that it's all being used. So
Yeah.
rewarding for us to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was really curious because I really like to customize my characters and everything. Like, are you planning on adding like customization features to your characters, or are we just gonna stick with the 4 that we know?
So we're going to still have the 4 like main character personalities and stuff. We are thinking of, or Val is already working on some features to enable customization a little bit more. Yeah, maybe
Like
we can.
color, to choose your color, and I'm working
Oh,
on
I love that.
to be able to choose if you want your color to be the elemental, if you want your color, or it should be fire will always be orange, stuff like that. Always, and also working on transmog feature, so you can. Oh, I like
Nice.
the look of this armor, but it's not good.
Oh
So you
yeah.
can,
Do love transmog.
Yeah,
So that-
transmog is absolutely. Yeah, I love being able to transmog my gear. So that is amazing news to hear. Yeah.
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 Good. Then it feels nice to work on it. And no helm feature. It's a request from Naren herself.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I
We were
want. I
just
don't
talking
want
about
this
that
ugly
last
helm.
night.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's always much
Yeah, we
cooler
were-
without the helm. Somehow.
Oh yeah, I agree. Yeah. Sometimes like the helms look really cool, but I just like being able to see my character and like see her hair flow
Yeah.
around and stuff like that. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well.
Yeah, we're big
Yeah.
aesthetics people, so
Understandable. Yeah, I mean, we'll see beyond that, but there's always like possibility that we could add more, maybe more, of course, armors and stuff, but maybe that you could switch hairstyles and stuff, but that's not something we've committed to yet. But if we get enough budget and stuff, so maybe we can do that in the future as well. It would be fun to add. We love to add stuff.
Absolutely.
Just
yeah.
trying to prioritize what what we can make easiest, but also gives most effect to the players. So it's a balance.
yeah,
Absolutely.
true. I think even with just transmog, that'll be a big difference in terms of like customization, being able to make your character. 'Cause
Yeah.
the characters already look great. Like
Oh, absolutely.
even
yeah,
the
I love
parents are
them.
hot, you know. So
Nice.
Yeah.
they're all good-looking characters, so I'm not worried about that. But transmog will be nice to have at least. I would like character
Absolutely.
customization in every game I play, but if it doesn't have it, you know, at least the characters look cool.
Yeah, it's a big plus. I agree.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, like, what other games did you take inspiration from both like the play style that we have with Coridden and the mechanics that we have in there? Like, were there other games that were super influential with this, or is this just you guys sat down and were like, I'm gonna make something entirely new?
Definitely have influenced by many games, but we already mentioned Diablo 2 as one. But an old game called Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance and Champions of Norath, they are by the same studio. They have like, also hack and slash, but it was a bit more. They had a jump mechanic, and it was a bit more, maybe I would say streamlined, maybe, but is it the right word? I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, that one we played together and liked, but I felt like this we could
there are room for
there are room
improvements here.
for improvements that we
Like,
could do, like today, like from it was fun, but I got us inspired to if we do this, but add more of this and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
was it
yeah, and the first inspiration was actually Halo. Because the game started, the idea started with like, wouldn't it be fun for a co-op game where you ride on each other like in Halo, you can jump up and one shoots and the other steers the car. So, but we thought we changed the car and make a beast instead. So that's
I love that.
Interesting. That's not an inspiration I would have expected, but I like that. That's
No.
where it came from.
No, it's hard.
Yeah.
Very hard to see that inspiration, but that's the first one.
I never really
As soon
played
as you
much
say
Halo
it, I
either,
can
so.
definitely see it,
Yeah.
though.
I see it, but I've never played really much Halo, so that's not like the first thing my mind would go to, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay, I get that. There's a lot of that in Halo from what I've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, we love Halo as a co-op game. We really like to play together. Obviously.
For me, the Dragolum so far is my favorite. I think we do have all of them now. I think we just got the Crocolisk last night. Probably took us longer than it should have, but we got the Dragolum at the end of our previous stream, me and Sarah, and I am obsessed with it. I think it's super cute. And then I started using it more in combat last night. I'm trying to like force myself to use the beasts more because I always forget to use my abilities and I just transform in melee. But that one is my favorite, and I was just wondering if that was inspired by something specific or if it was just a cool design that you had in your minds that you added to the game.
Yeah, that is. Dragolum was also one of my favorites, but it was actually a really talented girl who had her like. I wouldn't call it maybe internship, but she was only 14, and they had like in Sweden they have like 1-2 weeks off. You get to try to work somewhere. And she was really good at drawing, and she asked us if she could be with us for a week or two. I don't remember how long it was. 2 weeks, right?
No.
1 week, only 1 week. And we just said, okay, we need a tanky beast.
Yeah.
Let's do one. And we brainstormed together and said that, golems are like stony, big beasts. Dragons are cool. It fits our game. And then we also thought like gorillas that are really like, big ones that with this big front and they look scary.
Yeah.
So those two were the inspiration, and she got to work and did this amazing design, and we were like blown away that she was so talented. And we immediately were like, yep, we're gonna put it in the game. So that was the story of the Dragolum.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I love that. What a talented 14-year-old.
Yeah, that's really good. Really good.
I was actually really curious. I'm gonna skip down a little bit. About how long Coridden took to make, from just the brainstorming process to the current release that we're seeing right now. And obviously, like, I know that we're still developing it, even now you're adding new features. But yeah, like, how long has it been since the beginning?
Very long. Do you have a guess? Back in, I would say, late 2015, 2016 is when we started like prototyping and the ideas and stuff.
Oh wow.
It's just as a hobby, and then in 2018 we started working on it part-time, and been working on part-time since. So yeah, someone do the math. Is it like 7-8 years or something? Yeah. We don't want to know.
Yeah, quite a bit of time.
Yeah.
But to be fair, when we started, first it was only me, and and none of us knew anything. We don't have a background in game development at all. I'm an educated teacher in math and chemistry, and Naren is what's it called?
Chemical engineering.
Yeah, chemical engineer.
Wow.
So that's our background. So we had to learn everything. It was like
Nice.
learning 3D and learning how to animate and program and everything. That's
Wow. That is so inspiring. Like, I think, like, Josh and I are also married. And I think that we just, someday, I think it would be amazing to make a game. And that is just so inspiring that you guys came from a completely different background, like the two of us. And now you've made this amazing game, and I think it's so much fun to play. It's exactly what I would want in a co-op game. So, yeah, that's amazing.
That's great to hear. Yeah.
It really tickles the itch whenever me and Sarah are like, I just want something that we can play together and not worry about other stuff, and we can sit down and play Coridden, and it's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, nice. That's awesome to hear because that was also why we started.
Yeah,
Basically wanted
a big motivation
was a
all the
game
way.
for us to play, like, you know.
Yeah.
I was wondering what inspired the custom class feature, and like what your process was for coming up with the different options, because I honestly love the custom class option. I immediately, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, well, that's what I'm doing.
Nice.
Yeah, so we started making the classes to have like something that is not bad or something that lacks something like healing. If you custom classes, you can, if you just jump straight in and you don't have any healing, it becomes very difficult if you play alone and your healing and your creature cannot heal either. So we planned out, so like if you are this class, you can heal this way at least, or you can do this and this. But we also love multiclassing. Obviously, we have played. I played a lot of Baldur's Gate, not Dark Alliance, but the Baldur's Gate 2 Shadows of Arm game. And dual class and multi-class, I think it's a lot of fun. So that's why we decided, like, you can combine these 3 tabs as you have, as you will, as you wish, and hope that people create cool stuff, because we thought you would be able to. So yeah.
Yeah, I always hate the feeling in games where like, I want this, but I want also this from this tree, and now we wanted to give like the players the freedom to choose themselves how they want to combine things. I think it's also super fun to see what people come up with and when they play. So combinations we haven't thought of.
Yeah. The balancing is
sometimes questionable.
We need to work on that.
My next question for you is, looking to the future of things, do you guys see yourselves making more games once you consider Coridden finished?
Yeah, I mean, yes, definitely. We have learned so much from making Coridden and all these years, and there are some things that we're like, oh, next time we could do this, and next time we could do that, and there's no shortage of ideas. So I think we definitely.
And this time it will not take 7 years.
No.
We've learned a lot, and we have a lot of systems and stuff that from Coridden we can just take it out and move it to a new game. Yeah.
Awesome.
That's
really
cool.
good to hear.
I will
next game would be
watch for those very excitedly.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Nice.
Definitely be
And
checking them out.
Of course, we will have a co-op focus in at Aftonbladet.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's our
That's
favorite.
important.
Yeah. So we want to. We're not the best at reaching out, but if you are someone that knows about us, then you can. So when we do a new game that it's gonna be co-op, you're gonna be able to play it.
Yeah, I will definitely like I'm trying to get the word out about Coridden as much as I can to like other people that I know, and so like whenever you come out with a new game, I will definitely be spreading the word about that as well.
Yay.
Probably
Absolutely.
talk about it on our podcast.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's we're really grateful to have the chance to join in on your podcast as well.
So what advice do you have for people that want to make their own games? Like kind of relating that back to how potentially even the three of us want to make our own game in the future.
Mm.
So yeah, what
Yeah,
kind of advice do you have?
Yes, I would say that look at your strength and design and decide what to do from that. So you don't make a game that you hate to make because it's then you're never gonna finish. Like if you hate animating, because I've heard a lot of people they hate to animate. Don't make a game that has a lot of animations. If you hate to program, don't make a program heavy game, and so on. So look at your strength and your situation. How much time do you have to spare at this game? Because you need to make something at least half the game before you can even think of gaining money from it. So you need a situation where you can get there. Oh, we lost someone again.
We lost Josh.
We lost Josh. No?
We're back.
We're back. On the
Got
right
it.
side.
Flying away.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah,
my
absolutely. I mean, having a passion for something is really important. So yeah.
Game development always involves so many parts, but as Valle said, if you try to be smart, so you make it easier by making those parts you like most, the most important ones, so to say. So, but also I would say, I mean, every person's situation is different with time, with how much. I think we were maybe in a unique situation. We had part-time job. We could work on one project for a very long time. But for us, it was also important to, motivation. It comes and goes. Sometimes it's not always super high. Sometimes you have to do boring stuff, or you have to resolve this bug that takes several days to find, and tough. So what we found works for us is, have some kind of routines and like I would say discipline, maybe to like, dedicate, try to get it in your schedule to sit down and do this, because that has helped us a lot through times where we had lower motivation and stuff. So to rely on just motivation, I think it's hard to finish a game. It's good to have that discipline in, so you actually come little bit more forward every day. So
every week you put in this amount of hour, you do it, so you get somewhere. Otherwise you get stuck and then you abandon the project. We have seen a lot of developers that the project turns out abandoned because they don't have the energy, and
they maybe have a lot of energy in the beginning and just like do stuff, and then it just dies out. So try to find a bit better rhythm into it, so not go all out and then lose all motivation. So other than that, it's just dive in, I guess, to
there's a lot of things to learn. We could give a huge amount of advice, but that's how deep you want to go and how experienced you are. If you're just gonna start something, then that's our first tips. But we will gladly share more if you want to, or if you when you've got further into development and you are wondering about stuff, you can always ask us.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really
I'll
kind
keep
of
that
you.
in
Yeah,
mind.
I
I
appreciate
would.
that.
That's awesome.
I'm sure I'll have questions along the way. Speaking of those roles, though, in making the game, do you guys have your specific things that you do, or do you both do a little bit of everything?
Yeah, we're kind of similar there, I guess. Valle does the programming mostly. I know a little bit, but not enough to actually contribute much more than just discussions, maybe. So if you're stuck, sometimes I try to ask stupid questions, and then he comes up with something.
Yeah. It's like she's asked me, but how about this? And I like, shut up. I know.
I love
But
that.
yeah, with the design, we pretty equal, I guess.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
do both.
We design a lot of things both
We
together.
discuss it a lot, and then I have maybe been I've been the one to do more like level design on art and stuff,
And the whole story.
and the story, and then you have been doing some animations and lighting. So we're a bit split here and there, but that's, I would say, mostly programming and animating, design, and I do design levels, some 3D, and writing, and like other stuff around the boring stuff that doesn't have with the games to do.
Yeah, company stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for both joining us. I think that this was a lot of fun, and I learned some things. Definitely gonna be playing Coridden some more. We did just stream it last night, me and Sarah. So that was a lot of fun. We've been enjoying it.
It's always so much fun.
Of course, they waited till I had to go to work so that they could play it without me.
I had just gotten off work. It's not my fault we have different schedules.
Oh, what can you do?
Yeah.
But yeah, like, thank you again. This was amazing. And you guys are incredible. Like, I think you made an incredible game. And I'm looking forward to seeing what else you come up with and all of the plans that you have in store for us in that newest update that you put out. So yeah.
But yeah, thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
You too.
Yeah. You as
Yes,
well.
you as well.